All right, let's see if we're just checking this out, man. I've got all my crap going here. I'm just seeing if I got my stuff wired in correctly. Giving myself some checkage here. Okay, I'm going on YouTube right now to see if I'm actually live. This equipment says that I'm live. Let's see here. All right, so I'm kind of feeling like, okay. I think I'm down with it. Okay, so, all right, got my little setup going here. Want to see if this actually works. Let's see if some of these sound effects are working. Yeah, that one works. All right, got a little of this. Got some laughter. I like that shit. I'm gonna keep one of those on. Oh yeah, that's awesome right there. Got a little sound. I don't really know how to change the sound yet, but I guess we will figure it out. Definitely not a problem. And what else can I do on this thing? Alright, it says that I can share my computer screen. I'm trying to figure that one out. I'm sorry for anyone I've tortured to make watch this so far today. Alright, so I'm going to try to get this in. Alright guys, trying to make this work. This is my... Alright, don't know if that's how that works. I'm going to just disconnect that. Oops, no signal from there. Oops, wrong one. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can get HDMI 2 or 3 to work. Alright. Okay, good. Kinda looks like... Alright, this test seems to be doing okay. Although I don't seem to be doing real good in the world of... let's see here. Still haven't figured out how to do the screen share yet. Screen share seems to be a little more complex. Alright, let's see if we can do that. Alright, so, okay. Alright, so I have comments. I don't even know if this is actually like live or it doesn't matter. If you're live, I'm sorry about this. Go ahead and you can be like, bro, crap's live, dog. I'll be like, oh man, sorry, man. Alright, so we got 327. Okay, so it does say that this is a live airing right now. Got some new equipment, man, and this is what's going to happen in the old YouTube world for the Carman. Just in case you were wondering. We're going to have some cool stuff here. Alright, that's cool. I'm really working on getting to the live show kind of situation because the it seems it's just a really convenient for me just to hit on here and just go live, and that's what I'm going to attempt to do. Alright, got some of those. Look at some of my settings here, what I can and cannot do. Alright. Guys, I'm bothered that I cannot get my computer screen on. It's the switcher. It's the switcher's not reading the computer screen, so technically that's not on me. It is spinning though. So I guess that's all there is to it. I'll have to delete this video for sure. So meanwhile, let's test what everything's going on, because it's going to be live and I can go back and listen to how terrible this sounds. Okay, so we'll go through some of these. Oh, I like that one. It's the Carman. What is this? Halloween, okay. It's kind of stereotypical. Apparently this thing has 8 banks. 64 different sound effects. That's kind of cool, the cheering. What is that? Sounds like the laughing still going on. A little soundtrack. Alright. So the soundtrack seems to be rolling. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Sorry guys, this isn't like a real serious video or anything. It's just me trying to figure out how this piece of oomp's working or not working. Alright, I'm just going on here and see if I can actually find this. Jamie Lee Curtis, it is Friday the 13th. Come on, Michael Myers. Jamie Jones, the Car Man. Okay, so Happy Wheel, some new content live. Wait a minute. Hold on. How did I do that one? Okay, so I think I got to delete. All right. I think I'm figuring this out slowly but surely. Now, for some reason I have a delay in the phones, but I can turn that off. That's not a problem. Okay, so that should go away. All right. Now I think. All right. Okay, so if I guess the voice isn't cracking, which is good. I don't know how loud. I don't know, man. I'm thinking that's kind of like sounds normal to me. And then I wish the hell my computer was working. Then I could know how loud that was. But you know, man, when you're doing this stuff, sometimes the only way to figure it out is just jump in here and figure it out. I literally have no other way of knowing. Alright, so I got my... okay, so I guess I'm okay because I got the mic working. I am also shooting with a... I switched my camera to a ZV-1 or something like that. I think it's called a Sony ZV. It's the one that doesn't... It's the one that just has the normal lens. So that's what we're shooting with there. And we're broadcasting with... When I say broadcasting, we're doing the live stream with the YoBox Pro, which seems to be pretty cool. It seems to be working out just fine. And then running the sound through the Rodecaster Pro, which, by the way, I've had this thing so long now, there's another one out, but I just never used it. But trying to get to where this content will be easy enough to do. Hopefully easy enough to do. Alright, let me just see here. I want to make sure. I want to turn this off. Definitely, hold on, settings. Alright. Bluetooth is off. Okay, perfect. Alright, now let's move into the... we'll just do this. Alright. There we go. So now we have a live setting. Oh shit, this shit is complicated. Okay. Alright, I think I may be figuring this out. And yes, I think I'm good to go now. Like, I think I have figured out how to go live. Well, when I say live, I'm talking about like with some shit. Okay, so starting tomorrow, November 1st, I'm going to delete this, and no one's probably really going to actually hear this. But starting tomorrow, November 1st, I'm actually going to be hitting the mics every day. And the reason I went through all this expense and all this ridiculousness is because it is so inconvenient. And I get so irritated just sitting there with like a phone going, hey man, like, what's up, dude? Like, I'm just talking to my phone, you know, and I don't know, that just ain't me. If I can walk in somewhere and then turn around and hit record and I'm live, that's my kind of shit right there. I can do that. And what basically, some of the things I'm going to be talking about as we move forward, we're going to be doing a lot of car stuff naturally, but also a lot of people like my reptile collection because I seem to have a pretty extensive one. I did with her and Jennifer and her brother. They got a little snake business they talked me into, so like I'm kind of into it, man. It's like the ball pythons and things are bumping. I love them. Getting kind of a little crazy though. Getting around the 100. I think we've got about 100 animals now, which is getting a little crazy. The surprisingly enough, the expense of those things is, man, those things are expensive. I don't know if you guys have ever played around with the ball python game, but man, my God. Now, I will give them credit on one end. Her brother told me a couple years ago, like in 2017, he's like, look, bro, I got these two animals. This guy named Ozzy Bowens. He's up out of Maryland, but anyway, he's like this huge. He's like a legend in the snake business. Of course, to me, I'm a car guy. I'm like, I don't know who he is. But anyway, since then, I've met him, bought several animals from him, spent tens of thousands of dollars with this guy. But so he gives me these two animals. They're $1,000 a piece. Well, those animals this year, one of their babies sold for over 10 grand. So I'm just like, I'm amazed by it. Like I'm just, and in my world, I never seen or even realized that that was even a thing. Like you could even make that kind of money playing ball with reptiles, which, you know, come on, man, we're in the car business, so most people at Weishutz are going to be in the car business. And, you know, for us, it's, let's go spend 10 grand and make 2 grand. Let's go make 30 grand and lose 200. But whatever it is, we buy something that's tangible and we dump it like in 10 minutes. Like that's my mentality. That's my life. That's just how I was raised to do things. So that's exactly what I do. And what this has taught me over the last, I don't know, like I said, 2017 is 22 now. So it's 5 years into it. I've got about 100 animals. And really, man, I've really started to, like, it's crazy, man. We've got all the animals named, man. We're checking them out. Like, we take care of them 3 times a day. Like, it's great. Well, she does. In the morning, I get up really early, so I take care of the first shift. But it's all right, man. Like, I've been bit. When the girls are in a bad mood, they'll be like, shh. Like, holy shit. You know, you start learning some, like, these little guys with these attitudes, man, they kind of trip you out a little bit. But anyway, not that only that's important. What's important here is I'm going to be sharing some of that with you guys because diversity is the name of the game. I mean, you want to focus to make big blocks of cash, but you also want to have a couple side bets, right? So that's one of mine. I decided to get into the reptile business because, well, let's face it, she wanted it. I mean, what was I really going to do? Didn't really have a choice. Just kind of do it anyway. But turns out that I absolutely love it. It has been completely fine. And, you know, what's crazy is I'm probably getting in the rat business. That's nuts all by itself. I never even knew that there was a thing for rats. Like, I thought that was something you put a mousetrap on and killed them. But apparently there's this whole world out there that needs a supply of rats. And it's apparently extremely profitable. Of course it is, or I wouldn't be interested in it. So I'm not sure exactly where the rat thing will go, but I'm looking at it right now. Of course, our animals are eating. Shoot, man, you got almost 100 animals, dude. That's starting to get pricey for the food, and they eat. That's what they eat. But they eat like rats and these things called African soft furs or something. I don't know. Like there's like different versions of rodents that these things eat. or can eat. Our particular animals are eating rats, and then some of the pickier ones, when they're born, won't eat them, so they eat mice, which is, I don't know. I don't know how they pick the difference out, but apparently there is a way to pick out a difference. I guess we'll find out if I get in the rat business. So anyway, the rat business is there. And then we have hashtag JamieJones.com. That domain is bought, owned, and it's under development. And basically, I'm going to put a landing spot for everything that we got going on, because I do other stuff too. So I'll have some of my animals over there if you want to check them out. And then, you know, I'm going to have some of the DIY stuff. Thought about doing a couple courses, primarily on buying cars. And because I feel like that's probably, if I ever seen anything that was really underdid, is a course on how to buy cars. Like, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but people just do not have good information when it comes to buying cars, because they just, I don't know, maybe, I think it's all out there. I just don't think it's really been put together in a way that's really helpful or meaningful to people. So I figured maybe I'd do a course that probably, and maybe get some feedback, because this thing sits out on the air a little while. If you catch this video a little bit later, I'm doing this on Halloween. By the way, happy Halloween, Michael Myers Day. If you're a hot dog, maybe you're Oscar Myers, I don't know, but yeah. So I think a car buying tutorial, like a serious one, where you go in and this is just food for thought, just bringing it out there. I'm thinking, you know, maybe number one, how do you locate them? Number two, how do you process the information as you're locating them? In other words, how are you filtering out what's even worth looking at? And then once you get to the site, you know, how are you picking out what's important to find out about the car, right? Like, so that's what, you know, on top of how do you know what they're worth, and then, you know, what's your confidence level in bringing a return on your investment? Because, you know, most people out there, they, you know, as much as they like to have fun, they don't really want to have fun with their money, where they throw away thousands of dollars, and instead of making $1,000 to $3,000 on the return, they turn around and lose $1,000 to $3,000. So I can see where they might take that kind of serious, but anyway, that's something that's kind of in the works right now. Also, I got a video wall being built. And the whole purpose to that is I want to do a podcast based on a series called The 24-Hour Millionaire. And that is basically, has nothing really to do with money, but if you had a goal, and I just use that because everybody can kind of like relate to the millionaire thing. Although, to be fair, $1 million really isn't a whole lot anymore. But it gets the point across. And really, it's about a day of time. Like, that's really your only asset. Like, I try to teach people, the young guys in the car business coming up, and ladies, some of these ladies too. The only thing you really have that's going for you in the car business is your time. So how are you going to leverage that time? You know what I mean? And that's, you know, how much of this is just horseshit, and how much is actually going to help you in real life? And I've studied everybody. Like, you know, you turn around. I remember the great Jim Rohn. You know, everybody, you just download him, and you know, the Seasons of Life and all this stuff. And then, you know, now I watch, like, I've been studying Grant Cardone, but you know, he's got his own way. And then if you flip the script and you go over to Tony, he's kind of got his own way. And then you go over to, like, you know, everybody's got their own, like, little side drops on, you know, you'll just be successful if, and, you know, they all are like, you know, you can be worth $100 million in 10 minutes, and all you got to do is basically listen to me and follow this. And I think there is a lot of truth into what they say. There's always truth in what they say, you know what I mean? It just comes down to if you can actually follow it, or if you can't follow it. I mean, like, with Grant Cardone, I love that guy, man. That guy is like, he's fire, man. I remember the car business back in the day, man, when he was hitting the scene. And people used to laugh at him. They used to be like, that guy's a dumbass. You better go out here and do the Foursquare. I mean, on and on and on and on. And I'd be like, man, I don't know, man. That guy's like, he's smooth, though. He is smooth. You know, he gets information selling. And that's really, you know, as it turns out, he was right the whole time. But when you really double down on stuff, you know, he's like, hey, you know, you got bad programming coming up. And I think a lot of that's true. And I think, but I think we got bad programming out right now. You know what I mean? It's everything's either, you're either in politics, you know, you hate this or hate that one. I mean, shit, you got grandmas throwing shit at each other over who'd you vote for? But you know what I mean? Just like ready to whip each other's asses. It's just a little too crazy. Like, I don't see people thriving under those conditions. I'm not saying that one side or the other shouldn't be impassioned, but come on, man. Those people in DC, man, they don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about any of us. I mean, I agree with probably 90% of whatever you're going to tell me anyway, but when it comes down to real life, you know, they're not going to care whether or not you have wealth to transfer to your children, and they're not going to care whether or not you catch cancer or, you know, your kid's in an accident or you have some kind of financial, they just don't care. I mean, period. So that's why I don't put a lot of value into the political jargon and the fighting. Sure, yeah, I'm opinionated on my side of things, but I mean, in real life, I mean, you can go vote, but I mean, after that, what are you going to do? So, I mean, you got to get underway with real life. And real life is waking up in the morning, and what are you going to do with that 24 hours? And that's when I'm really like, I hit that phase in my life where I'm like, damn it, man, have I wasted all this time? Like, what can I do to make more out of this life that I'm living? Like, is it about the, like, is there a dollar amount I got to get to? Is there an amount of relationships I need to have? Like, you know, and you start going through all this stuff where you're trying to figure out how to get bigger, badder, and better. And that's just where I'm at. Like, so that's where this podcast is going to come in, the 24-hour millionaire, which is basically, hey, we got 24 hours. You know, do we need to be jumping in a bucket full of ice first thing in the morning? Do we need to just go to sleep for 30 minutes and do the vampire thing? Do we need to, you know, I'm going to challenge a lot of these things that are out there. Like, I'm just, you know, a lot of it I think works. Like the whole, you know, if you can do a little bit and you can accomplish and build to it, you'll build momentum. I've seen that in my own personal life, so I know that works. I know that goal writing works. I know that Grant does it twice a day, so I picked up that theory. And you know, if I had to be honest, it does seem, to me personally, it seems like I'm rolling faster and I'm getting smashing goals faster than I was before. So I'm gonna give nothing. I'm gonna say that one's good. I think writing goals anyway is good, but when you do them twice a day and acknowledge what you did, that seems to be like smashing it. You know, I've stopped reading as much and doing more audiobooks because now I can listen to them. You know, technology changes and changes and changes, and so you just get faster and better and stuff. But, you know, so I got the 24-hour podcast coming on, or the 24-hour millionaire podcast, and then when the video wall's done, Jen wants for her, because everybody knows who she is, so I told her, hey, why don't we just do a podcast with, you know, she's like does the pageants and stuff, so we'll do like the Snake Queen and the Car Man or something, I don't know. And we're going to talk about, it's a little funner, but we'll talk about the, it's funner a word, it's more fun. We're going to talk about, you know, the snake business, the reptiles, get some of the big shots in there, and use the leverage of our YouTube channel to reach out a lot more people in that market. Plus, now I've got a lot of snakes, so at some point I'm going to start selling some, so maybe I need to bring some people to my website, I don't know. Other than that, and then production on some stuff. I haven't done a lot as far as car repairs and stuff lately. I'm still doing it. We do a lot, but we haven't done anything on video. So, and that's because I'm just overwhelmed with all, I was overwhelmed with a lot of stuff going on. So, and nothing bad. It was just, you know, work. Y'all know how it was. I mean, that pandemic shit, and then then everything got crazy high, then everything tanked, and now, stock market goes up, and then it's back down, and then it's back up. I don't know, shit. So, I mean, we're chasing all these trends and trying to stay on top of it competitively in the markets, and it's tough. It's tough because stuff was like worth clean black book, and then it went from clean black book back down to average, and then there for a moment, a week or two ago, we're starting to think, I started hearing whispers of, oh, the market's going to crash, but it seems like it's, auction-wise anyway, it seems to be back up. And as we move into the tax season, it looks like it's going to be pretty decent again. So, I mean, I don't know. But that's all to do with not, but that's just what I've been doing. I've been busy trying to stay on top of the game. But in the background, I have got a few things working, and one of those things was the ability to come on here live to talk to my folks that I love you guys, by the way. You guys are hilarious. I love the hate mail. The hate mail is the fucking best, effing best. Change my language. But the hate mail is just, I love it. I love this stuff. I love this stuff. But I like hearing from everybody, and it's, I think it's just healthy to get out there and be a part of a community, and I like being a part of stuff. As crazy as that sounds. But anyway, I just wanted to get out here and reach you guys today and let you know that it's happy Halloween time. But as of tomorrow, don't be shocked. You'll start seeing some reptile videos, probably from Jen. I have no idea what they're going to be like. And then I'm going to be on here daily too, so I'm going to hit some daily stuff. Hers will probably be pre-recorded. I don't like pre-recorded. I like to just hit live. And then as of tomorrow, man, the repair videos are back on, and DIY. I think I'm going to do, if anyone catches this video, I thought about taking one day, especially when the video wall gets done, because I have a nice little backdrop, kind of feels official. I might even do it from this setting, because I'm here at my office, and it seems like it. Actually, this is actually in my shop, so I had all this installed inside of my shop because I don't want to be inconvenienced by going somewhere else. So this is actually in the shop, which is crazy. I can't believe all of this shit in a car lot. Anyway, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, so we got there's a lot of stuff coming down. And anyway, that show I was talking about, maybe just do some stuff helping some just car, connecting with the car people, and just having a day that I just do that, and maybe a day on the personal development. Just trying to come up with some ideas. There's stuff that I'm interested in. Maybe find some common ground that other people are interested in, or whatever. But I don't know. Anybody got any questions out there they want to know about from the comment? By the way, I can give you some cool. Actually, the Roadcaster soundtracks are kind of cheesy, but they do definitely work. I don't know what's going on. It's just like a game alive. I do like the harp, because I can be like, now here's Jennifer. Now to me, or maybe it should be like, here's every time someone buys something. Instead of the dollar sound. To me, it's softer, and it's got a nice softer edge to it. Anyway, I hope you guys like this today. I'm sorry if I bored you the shit out of you. I didn't really have a purpose for this, but I did want to just mention kind of where I was heading and where the channel's going. And I just wanted to let you guys know that we are back and we are ready to rock and roll. And I'm bringing more. There's going to be more people involved. It's going to be Jennifer, and it's going to be her brother on the podcast. I'm going to be coming in on. And it's going to be more of a daily event thing. I think that's just where it's going. I think the whole, let's just do a video a week thing is just overplayed. I think if you're going to be a part, just go ahead and do it. Screw it. Just go ahead and light it up, man. Let's just go ahead and turn the faucet on, man. And just, I'm going to give y'all access. If you need anything, the car man's got you. And that's probably about it. Looks like I'm at the 30-minute mark, so I probably need to shut up at some point here. Alright, anybody got any questions? Probably not. I don't even know if anybody's watching this. That's the one thing I don't have a counter. I really didn't anticipate anyone coming on here because there was zero notice, but I don't know. I can't tell if anybody. I think maybe a couple people, maybe one, maybe two or three. I don't know. Maybe a few people are on. Anyway, anybody got any questions or comments or anything they'd like to ask me before I zig out of here? I don't know how much the delay is, but I'm going to give it like a minute here. Any kind of questions or delay? Oh, by the way, damn it, didn't get my the HDMI. See, the switch works, but I don't have nothing else to put on there, so I can do up to like 3 cameras. Actually, 4 cameras plus I can share the computer. I can do some pretty extensive stuff, which is pretty cool. All right. I like the sound. I don't know much about microphones either. Actually, I don't know a whole lot about anything to do with this kind of crap, so I kind of had to I kind of piecemealed all this together based on. Has anybody watched what's his name? Think Media. So I'm on the alert for Think Media because it's like those guys seem to like know what the hell they're doing. So I'm like, okay. That's why I got the camera I got. That's why I bought the Rodecaster. That's why I went with the condenser and a few other little things. Is because I watch people are like, hey man, set up for this. So I'm trying to make it work. All right, so I'm thinking no one else has a question, so I'm probably going to log off and out of here. But look, tomorrow is the day, so I'm going to do some YouTube shorts, man. I'm going to come on here and talk some smack. And also Instagram. I'm going to light up Instagram. I'm not going to mess with... I can't get into the TikTok, whatever the shit is called. TikTok. I don't know. It just gives me a headache. I mean... I don't know what those kids are smoking over there, but it must be like awfully good shit because there's like adults on there too. Like I don't get it. Like I don't know. I mean, if you wanted to lose brain cells and like how fast could you do it? I think all you'd have to do is put on a timer and put on TikTok. That being said, there'll probably be at some point that I do get on TikTok. Alright, man, nothing but peace and love from the RVA. You've had the Carman today, and I will see you starting tomorrow on the regular. Peace out, guys. It says, do you want to live stream or just end it? What do y'all think? Oh, wait. My bad. Hold on. Juan, hey, what's up, Juan? From Hey, what part of Mexico are you from? I ain't doing nothing right now, Juan. So if you want to bullshit, we come here. What's up, Juan? Where are you from? Where at Mexico? Just waiting. I think there's a second delay or something. What's up? I'm gonna guess. All right, Juan. If you don't tell me where you're from, I'm gonna guess where you're from. Well, Juan. How can we identify where Juan would be from? By the way, holy shit, what is it? Guadalajara. Oh, Guadalajara. Yes. Is it? Let me put that on there. We're going to put that on there. He's from Guadalajara. That's pretty cool. That's cool, man. So, hey, man, how does this sound? Like, I'm just asking y'all. This is the first time I've done this. So, Juan, how does this sound? Like, does it sound crackly or does it sound nice and crisp as far as the audio? Because this is the first time I'm playing with all this equipment at one time, and I'm getting ready to hit this shit on the daily. So, I'm trying to figure out if I'm sounding clear or by Puerto Vallarta. Yeah, Juan's rich. Are you rich, Juan? We need a rich friend from Mexico. He's like, what? Let me put that on there. I just need to know, Juan, how rich are you, Juan? That's what we need to do. He said nice and crisp. Okay, so it sounds professional. Professional and me are not really in the same conversation, but as long as it sounds good, that's good enough for me. Hey, Juan, are you a car dealer? Are you a car guy? What's your story, bro? I used to ship a lot of. Actually, let me tell you the story on that. He's like, not at all. He's not a car dealer at all. Okay, so I had this guy. We always have that guy. I had this guy. He would come, and he was from, I'm not sure what city he was from, but he basically, each year there was like a 2-year version of what they were looking to import into Mexico. This dude did not care about titles. He didn't care about shit. All he cared about was if it fit this certain year requirements. And basically, what they did, which was nuts, I thought it was crazy. He said, "Oh, I'm not rich at all." Hey, my brother, neither am I. I feel you, man. I feel like I could have been rich a couple times, but you know, I had this problem with this. Well, first off, I think here's what kept me from being really rich. Women. I always got sidetracked. Like I'm not blaming it on them. I'm just gonna take personal responsibility here. Like I just got sidetracked. Like I could have been so wealthy in life if I had just paid attention to a few small details, and not got sidetracked by a few other details. But anyway, I'm glad you do buy and sell cars. And my friend, he that's what he did is he would bring them in there, and he told me that was so crazy that like right at the border when they're bringing them over, they'd have these like pretty much an auction. The way that I interpreted this was that say it was a $2,000 car. I'm just saying, it could be any number, but say it was a couple $1,000s. He would bring it in, and they were big time on Explorers back in the day. So he'd bring this Explorer in, and he said, man, that thing would bring 2 or 3 times what. If he paid $2,000, he wouldn't be surprised if it brought 5,000 or 6,000. Like it was crazy, and it had something to do with the way they import or the way they won't let you bring stuff in, which really jacks the prices into Mexico, which I can only assume really hurts the consumer situation down there. By the way, do you need some cars? One, I can ship you some shit, man. What you want, bro? I can get you hand, man. I'm in the hub, dude. I'm in the Tri-Cities. What do you need, man? You need some Lexuses? What do you need down there in Mexico? No, y'all need some that's like got the desert thing going on. Y'all need some Land Rovers and shit. By the way, Land Rovers here do not bring nowhere near the amount of money they bring abroad. I always remember that if you're in the import-export game. Some weird cars like that just seem to do really well outside the U.S. That I'm not saying that lately some of that stuff doesn't do okay here, but I'm talking about always strong. It's always strong in Europe and other places, which I always thought was interesting. Yeah. Okay. So got that. All right, Juan. Are you gonna check in on me? You're gonna have to keep an eye on your. You're gonna have to hit the ring ding on the old YouTube, man. We're gonna be getting on here all the time. We'll check in with you, man, and see what's going on in Mexico. In Mexico, man. That's true because U.S. cars are better than any used cars here. Oh, yeah. He's right about that, man. But you know what? It isn't because, it's not because, and I love this because I'm here in Richmond, Virginia. He's down there south of the border. Juan, let me ask you something. As you see all this stuff happening on the border, you see all these people crossing over and those huge, and I know they're just using Mexico as a pass-through, basically. It's like south of y'all, and these people are kind of overrunning. I guess they're overrunning y'all. But is that like a problem there, or how do y'all see that? Is that they just like on the highway, don't bother anybody that's living there, and y'all are like cool and it's all good? Or is it like a problem with y'all too? Or because I can't imagine that some of those people aren't, illegally crossing into Mexico and causing a problem for Mexico. Just curious. I'm just curious of what your take down there is on that. Oh, he lived in California for over 30 years. Oh, dude, you got spoiled on the U.S. market, didn't you? Yep. Wine got spoiled in the U.S. market. He probably got sick of the U.S. policies, and he probably likes the easy living of Mexico, but doesn't appreciate how far behind it is on all this stuff. I mean, though, I guess you got to give and take, man. Can't have it all everywhere, right? I certainly can't. What part of California, man? Just curious. Oh, by the way, I can offer. I can't do it today because I don't know exactly how to do it. There he goes. He's living in California. Put that in there. I can give people links to come in. I think that's something I'm going to offer. Excuse me, if you decided you wanted to come in on your video phone or something like that into the podcast. Yeah, I know that. There is a lot of good people. I was just curious if, Anaheim. Yeah, that was a beautiful place, Anaheim. Yeah, not all people. It's like everywhere, man. Not everybody's bad. It's always the handful of people that always cause the problems. Hey, Orange County, dude. Did you know the dude from Orange County Choppers? By the way, are you in the bikes? Always wanted to meet that guy. He's got some pretty sick shit. He don't have much for a personality, but he's got some pretty sick ass bikes. He's yeah, here we go. Boom. Put that on there. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do with this show, man. Is I'm gonna get some dialect going with some people across the world, man, and kind of make the community a little smaller. He's like, I do. Wait. You know Jesse, or what's his name? What's the guy's name for? Wait, when he says I do, what's he talking about? I think dude, you know our brother man from Orange County Choppers? Is that what you're saying? I'm waiting. He's got me anticipating. Dude, if he says he's got one of those bikes, I'm going to be like, oh, shh. He's probably got one. I knew it. Of course he has one. I'll find out. He's keeping us in suspense. I don't know if he's got one or not. Orange County. Yeah, anyway, Orange County is a beautiful area. California is beautiful. It's got some issues, though, but it's a beautiful place. All right, man. I guess I better let it go for today because I've been talking way too long. Looks like 42 minutes just out here talking shit today. All right, man. I will come back tomorrow. I will try to entertain you a little bit. And if anybody feel free just to reach out anytime they want to. Like I said, I'm gonna try to make this a really decent little community to just sit and chat and everybody to talk and just have a good time. That's it, man. Nothing too formal here. What did he say? Orange County, California. It's another. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He said Orange County Choppers are not from Orange County in California. It's in another county. Oh, I wonder if it's New York. Yeah, I'm not sure. I always thought that was there. I guess I never paid attention to it. I never thought past that. I just assumed they were California. Jesse, yeah, West Coast Choppers. That's right. I got that one. By the way, man, he's had some female issues. This one, I think I got myself in shit. Jesse James. He earned his name. All right, my brothers, I will catch y'all on the flip. And ladies, I don't know if there's any ladies watching, but anybody that is going to be around tomorrow, let me come by and bug you a little bit. Hit the whatever button that is, the bell button, and it'll notify you. All right, man. Peace out, you guys.